The World Health Organization has issued guidance for how much screen time children under 5 should get, and guess what, y'all? It's not very much. Our parenting contributor, Belinda Palacios, joins us today with details on how to balance screen time for your kids. Screens are everywhere.
They're everywhere, and that's what makes it really difficult because our lives just, a lot of it, it's part of life.
Right.
Not only TV, but your phone, which is a small computer in your hand, the whole bit. So it's there.
So there's really, you just have to figure out ways how to navigate that, right? And I think that, too, even though kids can learn on different kinds of devices, it's still important to have that old school, unstructured play. It's important for development.
That is very true, because unstructured play for brain development, for those kids that are under 5, and especially for those that are under 2, they learn better with experiential learning. They learn better when it's tactile. They learn better when it's right there in person rather than looking at a screen or a video.
Now, there's a certain point, though, when a child can sort of, engage in screen time, and it can be helpful for them, right?
It can, and they're talking about, like, infants, that those that are under 1, none whatsoever, except for video chatting with family, when you're FaceTiming and things like that. Those kids that are over 1 to 5 years old, it's limited.
Okay.
And so it shouldn't be the majority of the day. It should be a very, very short time of the day, and it should be a structured activity that parents are supervising.
Always be supervising them, because the problem is too much screen time can lead to a host of issues, right?
It can lead to obesity, it can lead to behavioral problems, it can lead to sleep disturbance, problems going to sleep. So if your kids are looking at screens and you wonder why they're not going to bed at the right time, all that blue light, which we've learned about, is, it's triggering those things in the brain that are keeping you awake. And so behavioral issues, more violence, social skills are limited. All those kinds of things come in with excessive screen time.
Okay, so there are ways, though, to make sure that you can ensure screen time is quality time.
That's
rather,
right. And you want to preview the programs or the games that your kids are looking at or going to be playing. And so and you have to look if it's age appropriate, if the content in there is what they need to be exposed to, and also that there's not outside parties coming in, that they have all that potential for danger.
And let's talk about how you can kind of engage interactive options for your kids, because that can be very beneficial too.
Yeah, you want to not forget that being outside and being in play and is critical. You've got to have activity. You've got to have those kinds of things. But when you're sitting down with your kids, and especially those that are younger, those under 5 kids, music's involved in those games, that there's movement involved in those games, that it's just not staring at the screen, or there's a lot of, like, stimulation and just a lot of activity, because kids don't really understand when it's really fast-paced, they lose the content.
Too much is too much, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about some ways to limit screen time, starting with prioritizing unplugged time, right?
That's right. You need to make it a priority, and it needs to be unstructured, because we have learned over the years that unstructured play is the most beneficial for those young kids, especially those in elementary age. When they're able to be creative, when they're able to structure their own rules and have that pretend time, it is instrumentally important.
And then I also think that this is something that's easy to implement. You just have to stick to it, right? And that is make sure that you have screen-free zones.
That's right. And like mealtime, that you have one night a week that everybody puts the phones up and the computers and the tablets up. Those kinds of things. And also that you're limiting how much time they're on those screens. And I think what's really important is really look at the time before bedtime. Not letting them have the screens right before they're hopping into bed, like an hour before everything's shutting down, so the mind starts being able to relax, and they're going to be able to fall into that kind of sleep that's going to be healthy for them.
And you have to yourself limit your screen time, right?
That's right.
Practice what you preach.
Limit your own screen time and charge those devices outside of the bedroom, you included, because little eyes, they watch what's going on.
I like it. Okay, your parenting challenge this week
is, manage the screen times and the media. It's going to be an ongoing issue, but develop the rules, revisit them on, between, the ages of your kids. Kids, it's going to change with the older that they get. But don't forget also that the most important things in life can't be taught by a screen. That's kindness, that's relationships, that's getting along with others, loving your neighbor, and loving your family.
Isn't that the truth? Belinda Palacios. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate you. Stick around, everybody. Coming up, The warmer weather